So a lot of Mario characters have gotten their own games that are not Mario. Luigi, Donkey Kong, and Wario, and now Peach have gotten their own games. There was one major character that hasn't gotten their own game, Bowser. You'll be surprised by this. Bowser has not been the main character in any game. Yes. Bowser has not the main character in any game. I think giving Bowser his own game should happen. Then, given the fact that Peach, Luigi, Wario, and Donkey Kong have gotten their own game, I know a lot of people talk about Waluigi to get his own game, but I think Bowser should definitely get his own game. Learn more about the Koopa Troop. How Bowser. Bowser's relationship with his army, Bowser Jr., the Kooparines. It'll be a very interesting idea to tackle all those in Bowser's own game. You can also see another side to Bowser, like we do in the RPGs and stuff. That Bowser isn't really this bad guy he is, like Mario makes him out to be. You know, Another character that even Toad got his own game with Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I actually forgot that game existed. What other Mario games get their own character games? Waluigi, Rosalina. Those are the only two characters I could see getting their own games. Okay, out of the major characters, and Daisy, but I think Bowser should get his own game way before Daisy or Rosalina get their own games. I do think Rosalina, especially given her backstory, could get her own game based around that backstory. But Bowser, video game. A video game about Bowser, obviously. So being the sole protagonist, and I think the better way is make Mario not even involved in the story, kind of like the Princess Peach Showtime and Luigi's Mansion sequels out, or Donkey Kong Country or Wario Land or Wario World. Mario is not involved in any of these games. Okay, it could be before Mario came to the Mushroom Kingdom, or Bowser, well, it's an RTS game, and Bowser is commanding his army to conquer other kingdoms that are like his rivals, and or you can have it where at the very end the final boss is to defeat Mario, you know, as the RTS says the Bowser's, plans and armies as well. But also another one could be a platforming adventure, kind of like how the Peach game or Donkey Kong Country is. It can introduce a lot of new characters as well. And heck, if you want to play the game mode, if you want to play the game multiplayer, you can also play it with Bowser Jr. or the Kooparines as playable characters, all of their own unique properties as well. You know, you know, but yeah, I think definitely explore Bowser, the Koopa Troop, and Bowser Jr. and the Kooparines basically gained their own game, because I think the Kooparines and Bowser Jr. will definitely be a big part of a Bowser solo story. A Bowser story. Go into Bowser's character. Go into the idea of Bowser's rivals, enemies, or allies as well. You know, Bowser's political stats in the greater Mario world as well. Heck, you can even see cameos from the Kongs and other groups and races from the Mario Kingdoms as well. You can see cameos from other kingdoms in the Mario series as well, with introduced in Mario Odyssey. See that there is more than just the Mushroom Kingdom in the Donkey Kong, countryland area. Obviously, in the Mario movie, it is established that the Donkey Kong universe, it's just a separate part of the world. Heck, I think if they really want to go pretty far, you could have characters like KK Rool cameo in this Bowser game as well, or have him as like a secret boss or something, and see Bowser and KK Rool officially fight as well. Another thing that could be it could be an RPG where you can have several party members at once, and kind of similar to a multiplayer platformer. You could use like the Kooparines. All the Kooparines have a unique ability. Bowser Jr. has this Koopa Crowd Car that he uses as well. All the characters have unique abilities. Bowser will have his own. All the Kooparines will have their own, and you could use up to like 5 or 6 characters at once as well. well, I think there's a lot of interesting ideas. Or Bowser could have like a Fire Emblem-esque game as well, which would be a strategy game as well. Well, combating, yeah, basically like or a Fire Emblem game or an RTS game, basically where you combat Bowser's army and stuff and defeat foes, as well. There's a lot of very interesting ideas for a Bowser game that could go forward. I think the worst option is probably the platform, but I think the RTS or strategy game style, like with, for example, Mario Plus Rabbids or Fire Emblem or real time strategy game like Pikmin or something like that, where you command Bowser's army, kind of like making a game like Halo Wars, even, or a game like StarCraft, where basically it's about Bowser and it's Nintendo's version of StarCraft and those types of games as well, or like Total War or stuff, but instead it's about Bowser and his armies defeating other kingdoms, and of course the game could be online multiplayer as well, where you can play against other foes as well. You can also play against as the other kingdoms as well. Well, but the main story revolves around Bowser and his story as well. But I think a strategy game would be more cool and unique because you'll have all of the Bowser's kingdom, basically, you'll and multiplayer purposes you can play at the other kingdoms as well. You know, so people can understand their highs and lows as well. Kind of like Halo Wars, where basically Halo Wars you play as the UNSC throughout the whole story, but you can play as the Covenant faction in the multiplayer as well. Well, and yeah, what do you think about these ideas of a Bowser game as well? Another character that could get his own game is Waluigi. Of course, Waluigi is far more popular character to get his own game. Like everybody says, oh, why hasn't Waluigi got his own game yet? Because a lot of people love Waluigi. People view him as the underdog character, and in Mario, okay, people view him as the underdog character. Waluigi was created as a tennis partner for Wario. Kind of like how Toadette was created for Mario Kart Double Dash, as a racing partner for Toad, but Toadette has gotten more love, per se, than Waluigi. Okay? But which is the ironic fact, because Waluigi is a far more popular character than Toadette is. And it's funny, Waluigi used to be one of the most hated Mario characters. People find, oh, Waluigi's existence is very pointless. Like, why does this character exist? And then around like 2014 to 2013, things started to change on Waluigi, and Waluigi is now one of the most beloved Mario characters as well. Given the fact that Toad and Toadette got the old game of Toad's Treasure Tracker, and yes, they could easily just make a Toad Treasure Tracker and make it Toadette Treasure Tracker and be that lazy, but Waluigi, I think, definitely does deserve his own game eventually. I just wonder what wacky things they can make the game about, as well. What wacky things they can make the game about. Like Waluigi is a cat. Like they can make like Waluigi. Since Waluigi is a tennis, I think the best one is do like a Waluigi tennis game and be called Waluigi's Tennis, and the story revolves around Waluigi. And you can also play as other Mario characters in like the multiplayer and stuff, but the story revolves around Waluigi. Kind of like the Bowser game as well. But I think Waluigi has gained his own game would be pretty interesting as well. Given the fact that a lot of people love Waluigi and want to see Waluigi. Heck, one of the most beloved Mario Kart courses is the Waluigi course. Waluigi Pinball. Okay, that isn't no coincidence whatsoever as well. Heck, I think in the next Wario Land, I think there's going to be a 2-player co-op where you play as Waluigi. And it will be a disservice to Waluigi and the people who love that character that he isn't in the next Wario Land if they ever bring back Wario Land. I think that's why they don't want to bring back Wario Land. Because they know people will be angry if they don't include Waluigi in the game as well. Given the fact that people love Waluigi so much. Heck, people were upset that Mario Kart 7 did not include Waluigi because Nintendo did not deem Waluigi as popular and important enough to include in a Mario Kart game. over characters that they thought people would like more, like Honey Creed or Metal Mario, than Waluigi himself as well. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think Waluigi should get his own game as well? The other character that could get their own game is Rosalina, based off a backstory as well. But I do think Rosalina will probably eventually get her own game, since it's big enough following to do that, kind of like Waluigi. And yeah, that's about this video. So what do you think about a Waluigi or Bowser video game as well? Do you think it's too much, or do you think it should happen? Given the fact that Peach has gotten a new game recently, you know, we have decided to explore other characters possibly getting their own video games.